Today we are going to install the foot sensor for Model X. So in the package you will find a CAN decoder with the wire with it attached, a sensor, and 2 sets of wires. So let's get started. So the first step is to pry out this trim panel. So just use a pry tool and remove the trim. And next we are going to remove this connector. The next step is to remove these trim pieces. And I have already removed it, but basically you just need to pry it on one end and then pull it out, pull straight out, and then you will remove it. Okay, the next step is to remove the connector here. Yes. Remove this connector here. So if your hand is small enough, you can go inside from this hole and then pull it out. If not, then you need to remove this big trim. So now I have removed it. This is the connector that I was talking about. So this set of wire contains 6 different connector heads that we need to connect inside this area. So the biggest head, this one, connect to the one that we just disconnected. For the second set of connector here, this is to replace the connection here under the lock unit. So you just pull it out and connect to this connector, and then the female part you just plug it back into here. So replacing this with this, and this connect to here. So this was the existing connector that connects to here. So we pull it out and connect to this side, and the other side we connect back to here. So in case you find it too difficult to pull, you can pull this down a little bit. That will loosen some clips inside, so you can make more room for you to pull it out. So just pull it like this. And the last set of wire you connect to this connector. And this one you connect back to here. This wire was the one that connects to the button here. So after you connect this one, and the one inside, you can now run the other end of the wire back to along here, run to the trunk area. Okay, now we finished running the wire from here along the side to here, and then go through this rubber tube and then back in here, and then go from here to here all the way to the trunk area. And we are done with this cable for now. And now we are doing another set of cable. Okay, now we are going to run the sensor wire. So first, remove this piece. Just simply pull this out, and then we are going to remove this piece. So there's a screw here, and also remove this piece too. 2 sides. So unscrew this screw, and then pull this thing out. Okay, after removing this piece, we're going to pry this plug out. Yeah, just pry it up. Yes. Okay, so now we are going to remove the cover here. So for Tesla, if you don't have body kit, it should be just a clip. You just pry it out, 2 clip. After you pry it out, you can just pull pull the cover out. But for this one, this is a body kit, so we need to unscrew this. Then we are going to run the wire. You can see this wire consists of two parts. This part goes to the front of the car, and this one goes down to the sensor. So for this head, you just pull this out, and then you can find it here. Here you can run the sensor into here. And then we have already removed this plate, and then you can see the wire here, so you can run from there to here. And then there's a black and red wire. You just connect it to the ground, and here is a spot for the ground. Just loosen it and then put the wire inside and then tighten it again. So now after that, we can connect this part to this part. This is the wire that will run from the tailgate area, and then we connect this two plug and then run the remaining of the wire along here to the front. So this is how you run it. So you connect, the sensor wire comes from here. So all the way from here, you tuck it in under here. So go through that, and then we are going to front now. In here, it's better if you can loosen the trim and then run the wire, especially for this one because it's really tight. So to remove this one, you need to remove this board, the door seal here, and then unscrew this screw, and then you can loosen this one. And then you can run the wire from here, and then back to here, and then run along the floor. And here you go all the way here until you have run the wire to this area. And then the next step, we are going to remove this cubby drawer. So you just have two hands and then pull it down. And it's just two clips. So you remove this, and then you can find, this is the SIM card, and then you can find a plug here on the right side. Yes, this is the blue hat. For Model X, I think most of them is this blue plug. If you found that your plug is not a blue one, just let us know and we will ship you another cable. Okay, the last step is to connect the CAN decoder wire. So with the wire that include with the CAN decoder, you can see a white plug into the blue plug. After you plug it in, make sure the red light of the decoder is on. And after that, there's another wire connected to the wire that will run from the trunk to the front. Here, just connect these two together. Okay, now we connected everything here. This connector, this wire is from the trunk to the front, and then we connect here this wire cable. And then we can hide everything inside here, inside this area. So after we hide it, we can put back the cubby drawer, and then we are all set here. Okay, now we are going to connect the sensor. So align the pin and then plug it in. So for the sensor, if you will use the tow feature of this car, you can stick it here, behind here, or here. But for this car, we'll stick it here, this area. As I mentioned, the carbon fiber will block the signal. So in this car, since it had a carbon body kit, but we already helped the customer order a fiberglass version of this cover. So it can let the signal go through. So we will stick it to this board. So remove the duct tape and then tape it here. So now everything is installed. Let's try to do a demo.